Oh no. Not when I... As soon as I press the record button, the cat's meowing at my door. No cat, I'm recording a video for YouTube. Hello guys, Mass Monster. Here with a re-recording of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. Or not S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, but a video that I tried to record a lot earlier in the day. Rather yesterday. Anyways.
I'm listening.
So, I just kind of want to, with S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 being released in 33 days, I want to make an informative video on if you should even care about S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, or rather, S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 for you, or the S.T.A.L.K.E.R series in general. So yeah, let's get into it. This is my first, well, not my first, but I wrote a vague script for this video. So any likes or comments would be appreciated, but if this is my first video you've seen by me, then you and don't expect like scripted videos all the time. I just had something I really wanted to talk about. Just decided to write all down on paper and then talk about it. I'm usually more by all means keep going. Anyways, while they're walking, so the feel of a soccer game, gameplay wise. No, now it's my turn. I've waited my turn. The feel of the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games is a very unique feeling. Gameplay systems wise, you're gonna be looking at a oh, this is the same helmet I had on. But gameplay system wise, you're gonna be looking at a mix between Fallout 4 and Tarkov, which is, I'm not trying to, and it's to be fair, it's nothing like those games, like on a grander scheme and stuff like that. But when it comes down to like Fallout 4's like kind of world, I feel like it's the closest you can get to S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and yet nothing really can get close to S.T.A.L.K.E.R because S.T.A.L.K.E.R is based on a real world location and you could actually go out if Russia wasn't invading and using the exclusion zone, because it exists in real life, to attack Ukraine through. If the war wasn't going on, you could take a plane, fly out, and you could see some of this stuff, which is like the coolest. Like, I honestly think it's the coolest thing ever. And this is just a I don't want to say fantasy version of that, but I feel like that's not the right word for it. And so it's gonna feel a lot like a Fallout game that has Tarkov as, or like, kind of like more slower paced shooting mechanics. It's not gonna be like, you're not gonna be running up to enemies in like you do in Fallout, popping meds in their face and while you just face tank bullets. In fact, there really is no face tanking of bullets in this game. It's kind of all it's all like, you can get shredded pretty quickly. But there will still be good RPG like choice matters kind of thing. You will be able to get vastly different words from various different quests. And I haven't played the new game, but like that's how the other S.T.A.L.K.E.R games have been. So it's not like it's they're not departing from the thing. I've seen a bit of reviews and stuff. I said it's like Kharkov because you have leaning, you have scopes and attachments to put on your gun, and the attachments seem like they're gonna be like on the fly attachments, some of this stuff. So I find that very interesting, that move, rather than just the upgrade system they have in this game. But there's gonna be no pausing the game. All the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games when you pull up this inventory screen, you're in this inventory screen, and as you can hear, people are still moving around shooting. So if you're going through your inventory out somewhere and you start hearing a dog, or anything really, um, that you think might be trying to eat your face off, you have to stop. If you're looting a body, so it's gonna be a big mix-up from playing those games. Like every time you want to heal, and the whole classic thing of just like, hold up, enemy, wait, I'm just gonna pop all these meds in my inventory. Like, there's no doing that. So for fans of those games, especially the Fallout game series, you'd have to get used to that. But the world itself, there's no. I also forgot to mention, there's no skill trees or XP ever in this game. Which, if you're hardcore hooked on like that loop of getting XP, leveling up, and then unlocking skills, which in Starfield they sucked ass. And people have said certain skills and some of the other Fallout games were never great either. But the role playing comes from how you choose to complete quests and stuff. But yeah, the world itself is the biggest draw for this game. And being that I haven't played the game, I can't speak specifically about Stalker 2. But this is the world of Stalker 2. This is gonna be the world of Stalker 2. I imagine it's gonna be the games take you to various different locations. Pripyat is the most unique one because Yaniv and Servix, this area, the first two areas, are not in the other Stalker games, and then Pripyat is in both the other Stalker games, but it's a lot bigger in this one. And then Stalker 2 is just gonna have literally all of Pripyat, all of the swamps, it's gonna have all the locations, and then they have to fill out all the in between spots, because there's there's no loading zones. This one, you just talk to guide and he takes you to the new map. But in the other Stalker games there was loading zones, and now there isn't gonna be any. And that world is gonna be full of danger. The anomalies that are at the game, which is basically giant death traps. Not always. They did say they're adding useful anomalies in the new Stalker game. But generally speaking, anomalies are bad news. Hitting them, very bad news. Generally speaking, because you just kind of, a lot of them can insta kill you or just completely damage you. So it's definitely something you'll have to watch out for. That just kind of means that, unlike in Fallout 4, or maybe even a lot of other games, you're just going to have to pay attention to the environment when you play these games. I actually don't recommend starting off on the Stalker trilogy if you've never played a Stalker game before. Wait, that doesn't make sense. If you're used to playing Fallout, if you like Fallout, I wouldn't recommend starting your trilogy off, or starting with the trilogy, just solely due to the fact that the first three games are gonna be way more unfamiliar to anyone who plays Fallout. Like some people like exploring big open worlds, and that is like the draw for people, is like they want to get plopped in a world and explore it, and stuff. And the Fallout games, even Skyrim, not Starfield, do a good job of giving you that world. And Stalker, I think, is just going to do that, but better, but also differently, if you're willing to give it the chance. So yeah, the zone will kill you a lot. You'll die a lot. There's a lot you'll have to learn. But once you learn to pay attention to, what to look out for, that mass of, wind isn't just a natural, whether it's something looking to rip you to shreds, and you learn other various things. Um, you can also just, get used to moving around. A lot of times, at least in the non-major areas of the soccer games, you can kind of just, once you know, like, for example, in Shadow of Chernobyl, there's on the path to duty's base, between the garbage, there's a series of, what are they called? Whirligigs? I think they're called like whirligigs. I could be wrong. I don't know the exact name, but they're essentially like one-shots. Ones they suck you up, and they kind of like just vacuum in it and then just explode. And they generally those ones especially will just one-shot you. And I know for the first time I was going through that area, I died to those. At least 2 or 3 times, and now I just know, like, I know how to line it up with the bushes and stuff to like dip between them because I ran that route. I played through the game twice, and I ran it out. So it's like it's not like you have to always, but like when you're new to an area, you'll like if you're going from like one part of the map to another, like you will if you will instinctively like get a feel for like what's safe and whatnot. The compass, not compass. What do I want to say? Um, the thing will beep and like let you know like you're getting close to an anomaly. I'm assuming they're keeping that in. I would imagine. So there's also the scanners and stuff. Like for example, you see this is the Suravok detector, and so when you get this, you can actually just see where the anomalies are. Now it's not. This is actually below me in the cave, but let me go to the anomalous area and you can see that. But yeah, so like paying attention to the world is gonna be very useful. Not only like what's around you, but the actual like reading up on like and listening to what people are saying. They've already come out in interviews saying that characters will either you know, drop notes or have or something to indicate where like loot is, and they've been working on that. As you can see, it might be hard to hear, but like it just gets louder and louder. You get your bolts, you throw them. You're not gonna have this detector right away, but you will just be throwing bullets, but you won't be throwing bullets everywhere. There's shimmering, like basically gas fumes where flamer anomalies will be and stuff like that. And for what little I've seen from the gameplay, it looks like they updated it graphically a lot. So it looks like the anomalies are even gonna look even more, you know, visually different from the area around them. So honestly, I think from what little just from what I've seen without playing, the games already look like they're going to be a lot easier to play than these older ones. Even though Pripyat's still a really good game and I'd recommend it. So yeah, the gear you can find hidden around the corners and stuff like that. Pripyat is the best example. The first 2 games don't have this. It's kind of why I don't recommend playing them first, because they're in Style Chernobyl and Clear Sky. You can't just find gear. I find that to be very unrewarding. Um, just not to have things to find in the world. It's a little. It's just like, you stick your head in a bush and you find like a great gun or something, or you saw like a little cubby and you like decide to look in there and you find some meds or something, or in this case, there's a tree with a rifle. This is like an endgame rifle, and this is the starting area. You literally start right over here, run right. You could have this hunting rifle right away, or not hunting rifle, this sniper rifle right away in the early beginning of the game. Now I'm pretty sure Stalker 2 isn't gonna be set up like this, but I guarantee you, there's tons of stashes like these just in this like area alone. Like checking attics of buildings and stuff. So you're not gonna be like hand-fed loot like Bethesda games are. It's gonna be a big thing to keep out for. Like if you want to find stashes, you either gotta do a quest for someone and they'll give you a location, and those stashes they give you might help you. I feel the stashes are gonna be more like quark puzzles, except there's no telltale sign. You're just gonna be like, huh, I wonder if they put something, I wonder if someone threw something under this bridge, or, dumped something in the back of this truck bed that's highly radiated, and, you'll go and then you'll take a lot of rads. A lot of the cars in this game have a lot of rads, mostly because radiation sticks are on metal a lot more. And you might just find, some meds, but, meds, food, important. It's sounding like they're making food more important in the next game, but who knows? But yeah, no, those are just some things, to keep in thought. Do you like those systems? Do you not? Um, it is going to be on Game Pass, so, if you have Game Pass, there's really no excuse not to try it. Other than, you don't have a Series Access, um, which is unfortunate, if you can't. Um, because this game's gonna be great. Ooh. So let's briefly go over the story. I actually don't. This is actually something I'm intentionally not like looking at in terms of Stalker 2, but just generally speaking for game wise, like what to expect from the story. Um, every time you start a Stalker game, you will be a. This isn't like I told you. It's like RPG-esque in the fact that you get to make choices. You don't get to make a character. You are a certain character in this universe, and then you take control of that character. Um, but you get to choose what they do. You can do whatever you want. Um, but the thing about that is the uh, the characters from both Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl and Stalker Clear Sky, you play as Shadow of Chernobyl. You play as S.T.A.L.K.E.R, except you don't know it. And I highly recommend you play the old games if you decide you really like Stalker 2.
Hey, bro.
Um, but yeah, the Strelok and Scar from both the first two games, you will see them. You're gonna bump into them in Stalker 2. It's already confirmed. Scar had his very own trailer because after the ends of Clear Sky, we kind of just don't know what the fuck was going on with Scar. We didn't know if he was alive. And then they kind of just dropped a trailer on us. It's like, oh, Scar's alive, and you're gonna be interacting with him a lot, or at least that's what I'm assuming. I wouldn't devote a trailer to a character. And then in the documentary, we saw Strelok's face for a brief moment, but still, we saw it, and it is confirmed. He's gonna be there. Now, these two characters are characters who have been in the zone longer than your character, because your character was just getting in. And that's how it is in every Stalker story. If Major Detriov here shows up, I'm gonna blow my shit. I don't know why he would be in the game, but that would just mean you'd be missing out on more context, and that's kind of what I'm getting at here. Is you won't need to worry about not understanding everything. I skipped all the story in Shadow of Chernobyl on accident. I legit thought I'd done the story for the true ending, and I just didn't. Which means on my second playthrough, I had something to look forward to, which is good. It's nice when games let you do things certain ways, and it wasn't like a mandatory requirement that you do it a certain way. I don't think there's any artifacts in here. So that's one of the cool things about at least Pripyat, and I'm assuming, or not assuming, but I'm guessing the other games will also have very similar like quest structures, as well as some other new ones. They're gonna modernize it a bit. Um, uh, but yeah, another thing that they very clearly displayed, with with their quests, or rather in the story, is Clear Sky, where Scar is from, the game Scar is from, um, is unique in that Clear Sky faction only existed in Clear Sky, um, because they only really were in the swamps. Um, so that makes them kind of a unique faction. Um, and then after that game, you don't see them in Pripyat. And it is already confirmed that, in fact, an entire demo that this faction is they're gone. In fact, we don't even know. The first three games had Duty and Freedom, and I haven't seen anything about the Duty and Freedom factions. Now, who knows if they're there or not? But these factions could have disbanded and stuff. So at the end of the day, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, there's gonna be some stuff you might not have some deeper knowledge on if you didn't play the original trilogy, but you should be good to go. I trust GSC to not leave you hanging. But yeah, I think in conclusion, I think anyone who was really disappointed in Starfield, being that the enemies were just bullet sponges and wanted a game that they could just it's gonna be a game where you could just go walk from one end of the map to the other. In true like Skyrim fashion, you're gonna be able to do that. You're not gonna be able to do it the same way. Obviously, there's no horses. There's Skyrim and Fallout don't have one-shot anomalies that will rip you limb for limb, but you'll still be able to do it. You'll just have to do it with a different mindset, because it is a very different game. So if you can learn the new rules of this new world, and even veteran stalkers like who've been playing the series for a long time and have played the original trilogy like myself are gonna have to like learn new rules for Stalker 2. I'm not expecting it to be exactly the same, and I'm not expecting the enemy AI to behave exactly the same too. One of the biggest changes that I've already, at least off the top of my head, that I've seen for the AI is that zombies, which are just like brain nuked by radiation, kind of deals, and they still carry guns and shoot. So these zombies, you've always been able to just dump lead in them, and then they fall to the ground, and you shoot them anywhere, and they die, or you can just shoot them in the head, and they usually die in one hit, unless they were wearing like good armor when they died. So a few bullets to the brain, they drop, you don't have to shoot them again. Shoot them in the body, they drop, and you just shoot them anywhere and they die. In Stalker 2, they've already showed it off quite extensively in a fight. That you shoot the zombies. If you shoot them in the head, they drop, and you got them. If you shoot them in the body, you have to go up and shoot them in the head, not the body, and in order to stop them from functioning, which I think is a nice touch because it makes them feel more zombie. They're and they'll keep getting up until you actually shoot them in the head, which I think makes them feel more unique than any other enemy. But there's gonna be things like that to learn, probably with various different enemies in the game. I imagine we'll see some new mutants and stuff. So it's all stuff to just look out for and just watch out for. But yeah, this is just gonna be if you're looking for a immersive game to fall into, with no microtransactions, no bullshit. At least I hope there's not microtransactions. I'm guessing there isn't gonna be microtransactions, but I can't speak for sure. But yeah, also this is artifact hunting. It's how you do it, at least with that advanced scanner. And this is gonna be your way of making money in the zone, should you choose to come. But I really hope you will choose to come over to zone. Anyways, that's it for me. I have nothing else on the script. But if you made it this far, if this helped change your mind, let me know. Any comments will be greatly appreciated. and I will see you on the next one. I will continue posting clips until the launch of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. And then when S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 releases, I will be live streaming at Master Plays Live on Twitch. And I will probably have Ukrainian beer on me, as well as, I don't know, I saw a post on Reddit, and I think I'm actually just gonna buy some summer sausage and some, like, I don't know, get some can of tuna or something. I don't know, get some potted meat of some sort. And I think I'll just do like a little hors d'oeuvre bowl, have my canned meats. I don't know which canned meats would be good for just eating straight out of the can, honestly. Definitely not tuna fish, honestly. But I think that's my plan for lunch day. Um, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna peace out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.